Hi everyone, how are you doing? It's your girl Patrice and welcome back. So today's video is going to be about relationship, and the topic that I want to speak about today is how do you find your perfect spouse? Yes, I know it's a very interesting topic, and I am so excited about sharing my knowledge with you guys. I chose to do this topic because oftentimes I have a lot of comments from ladies saying that I am very lucky to have the husband I have, and I am very lucky to have found him. And I told them it's not luck. I put a strategic plan in place when I decided to get married about the type of person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So with that said, let's get to it. So the first thing you do, if you watch all of my videos, before you embark on any journey, I always said the first thing you do is that you seek your Father, you seek your Creator. And this is above religion, as I've always said. And it's my personal belief that before you embark on any new journey, you should always seek God for guidance. You should always seek Him for the strategic wisdom that you will need. Seek Him for understanding, perseverance, and whatever you will need on your new journey that you are about to start. Okay, so you've already seeked the Father, that's out of the way. So the first phase in finding your perfect spouse is, first, you have to make a decision that you want to be married. I know you're talking like, girl Patrice, what are you talking about? Yes, you have to be ready to live within the rules that would govern your marriage. You should not want to get married because your friends are getting married. It's the new in thing to do because you want to get the guy or the girl, and your church is pressuring you to get married because of whatever their religious beliefs are. You have to decide that I am ready to share my life with someone. I am ready to attach myself to someone else, and I am ready to go through life experiences, challenges, but I call them life experiences with someone. I am ready to grow with someone, and I want to be someone's wife or someone's husband. So you should not get married because, as I said before, it's the in thing to do. So first, you make a decision that you are ready to be someone's spouse. You are ready to be someone's husband or someone's wife. Okay, so that is the first phase. The second phase is, I like to call this the 3-goal phase. This is where you would have a short list of things that you would like in your future husband or future wife. And you have these 3 things because it would help to narrow down your search in what you are looking for. In this phase, you do not compromise. If they do not meet all 3 standards that you're looking for in a spouse, you do not move forward with them. If they only meet 1 out of 3, no. 2 out of 3, no. Because this is very critical. You cannot have a fear and saying that, oh my God, he's such a great guy, she's such a great girl, I will never find someone else. No, you're looking for someone who you can spend the rest of your life with, and you have to be comfortable and happy with that decision that you are making. And these 3 goals, only you should know them. This is something that is personal to you, and your friends and your family do not have to agree with those goals. Your friends and your family do not have to agree with those 3 things that you're seeking in your future spouse. They are personal to you. My 3 things, I can tell you now because I have found my spouse. My 3 things were, he had to be a Christian. We had to be of the same religious views. The second thing was, he couldn't have any children. I do not have any children, and I did not want any baby mama drama story in my life. The third thing, it was so silly and no one ever understood it. And he had to be an African. When I am a very intuitive person, I am very inclined with my spirit. So once I made that decision that I want to get married, I just knew it inside of me. You know, certain persons will not understand it, but I just knew it inside of me that my husband was going to be from the continent of Africa. So that is the second phase. It's the 3-goal phase, and you do not settle, you do not compromise in this phase whatsoever. So the third phase now, this is what I like to call the dating observation phase. This is where they are no longer a possible candidate, but you are now dating them. You are spending more time with them. You're sharing a part of your life with them. You are observing them to understand what are their traits, what are the good things you like about them, what are their weaknesses. It's in this phase, it's very easy to get lost on the high of love, but somewhere between that high, you have to grab yourself together and be a little bit more rational in your thinking and in your observation. You would also pull out your longer list of what you would desire to be in a man. And this list and these goals should not be more so materialistic focused, that he has to be tall, dark, handsome, has to have a car, has to have a 6-figure job. It should be more so about their positive attributes. Is he kind? Is he loving? Is he loyal? Does he have good conflict resolution skills? Does he have good anger management skills? Those two, anger management and conflict resolution, they were at the top of my list, because it's the positive attributes of someone that is going to help you and strengthen the marriage when life experiences happen, not the materialistic things, because tomorrow it can all be gone away, but your positive characteristics are always there to stay. So now on to the fun phase. I like to call this the testing phase. This is where things are going to get saucy and you are going to learn more about the person. Before a company releases a product or attach its name to a product or a service, it always puts it through rigorous testing to see if it could stand up to the different weathers or to the different users that are going to be using it. So you have to make sure that your future spouse, husband or wife, can stand up to the test of time. You've already observed them and you know what they like and what you don't like. So you use what they don't like and you make them upset. I know you're saying, girl, Patrice, but this is a very, very important. You would get them upset because you want to see how they handle themselves when they're angry. How do they treat you? Do they call you names? Do they physically abuse you? Do they go and tell the whole neighborhood about you? Share something confidential with them, something very intimate about yourself, and observe to see if they would go and tell anyone else. Whatever it is you want to test them on, you do that in this phase. It is very, very important. You want to make sure that the person you are going to attach yourself to, they are someone of high quality. They are someone who is worth attaching your name to. They should be worthy to be called your husband or your wife. The fifth stage, this is where I like to say, you talk about goal setting. Are we on the same page about our goals? Because you don't want to marry someone and your goals are very, very different. Of course, you're two different persons who have different desires and different things that they want to achieve in life, but there should be certain things that you guys have an understanding of. Do you want to have children? Are we going to live in the same geographical area? So those goal setting should be very important, and they should be very plain. What are your views on marriage? Do you want to get married? And how soon do you want to get married? When I was in the dating stage with my husband, I made it very, very clear that I wanted to get married. And I was not going to spend 5 years or 10 years dating him and then there's no ring on my finger. And I made it clear, not in a forceful way, but in a diplomatic, loving way. Whenever you're having a conversation, you push it in there so that he knows, it's in the back of his mind that I want to date someone for 2 years, because to me that is enough time for me to observe someone and to see if I want to have them as my husband. So he knew that within 2 years I wanted to get married, and I did not want a long engagement. I did not want a long engagement. So you have to make sure that your goals are aligned. You have to make sure that you want the same thing out of life and you are in sync. So that is what I call the 5 phase of finding your perfect spouse. And I can assure you that if you follow these steps, you are going to find that perfect person who is for you. And these phases and these steps, they are very important, because what it does, it helps you to identify the positive things about a person and the negative things, their flaws about them. And then at the end of the phase, you make a decision. You weigh the good against the bad. You are now aware of their flaws. And that is where you would ask yourself a critical question. I now know their flaws. Can I live with it? I know their imperfection. Is it something that I can live with? It is something that I can tolerate. Because you don't want to wake up 4 or 5 years later off of the high of being in love and realize that you don't even like your spouse. And it's already too late, because you're married, you have children, you have assets together, and separating would just be too much. And it will cause too much damage. So when you are embarking on the journey of finding a perfect spouse, take your time. Don't get married for show. Make sure that you put that person through a series of tests to see if they are of great quality, to see if they are to see if they are what you would call a good woman or a good man. And like I said to you, I can guarantee you that you are going to find your perfect spouse, just like I found my perfect spouse, my husband. He is not perfect, but he is perfect for me, and he loves me with my flaws and all, and he adores me. And there is nothing that is too great in this world for me to have, and vice versa. I love him, I adore him, and there's nothing in this world that I will not give to him. And it doesn't matter what trials come our way, it doesn't matter what mountain or what wall would present themselves, because we are two quality individuals and we are perfect for each other. We always overcome. And I guarantee you, like I've said, once you follow this phase, the steps, phases, whatever you want to call them, you are going to find that person who is perfect for you, and you are going to live a life of happiness and joy and fulfillment. So we've come to the end. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you enjoy the video and you gain a lot from the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Until next time, love you guys. Mwah.